All right, so moving on to public comment, I had wrote up a few things that I wanted to share, so I'm gonna just share it now instead of at the end of the meeting. So thank you for the turnout for tonight's meeting. I can tell there's a lot of frustration and concern in this room, and it comes from people who care deeply about our schools and our children. Wanting better outcomes, transparency, and accountability is completely valid. I do my best to stay off of social media and not go down the rabbit hole on Facebook. This current weekend, I let my guard down, and I will say that I got overwhelmed with some of the information that I found in reference to the processes that we've been enduring. Some things that I've seen or been told is that most of the board members will want to retire when our terms are up. That's possibly true. I'm sure that they would tell you if they were asked. So just for everyone's reference, here's our term dates in case any of you are interested in running for school board, which I might add is a huge time commitment. Terms that end in 27 is me in the North area, Mr. Hamburger in the borough, Ms. Strite in the North area, Ms. Zimmerman in the township, and Mr. Pence in the township. Terms that end in 2029 is Ms. Miles in the North area, Mr. Kirikoff in the borough, Mr. Harkins in the borough, and Miss Weaver in the township. I did a little research also because we have been told about a petition that was circulated of no confidence. 1,164 people have signed the petition. At least that was the last that I had seen. A few of us were also told at a meeting how many people voted for each of us. As a taxpayer myself and a voter in the North area, there are 4,095 eligible voters. In the borough, there are 6,106 eligible voters. And in the township, there are 9,386 eligible voters. I just wanted to be able to compare the numbers and wanted transparency for all of us. It's been brought up that we can be personally sued, and one email even stated that her family has lost all faith in the current school board. I would hope that neither of these are the case, and I really do feel sorry for making you feel that way. That has never been the intention of the school board, and we're following the processes that is before us. Multiple statements have been made stating that we are dragging this process out as a school board. Please let me explain it again. August 25, the process began. September 25, the board voted to hire the Levin Group to lead the investigation. October 25, a Loudermill hearing was conducted. November 25, a resolution for demotion was placed on the agenda. The demotion was challenged and a hearing date was set. Hearings were January 19th, 20th, 30th, and February 11th. After the conclusion of the meetings, the board was told that we would receive all transcripts from the hearings. We were given evidence binders at the hearing, and closing arguments would be given to us as a board by the end of day on March 23rd. We received all 195 pages of transcripts on March 3rd. Last evening, we were informed that the closing arguments were available to us. We have all now received them, except for Linda, who's like somewhere in Timbuktu. I don't know. We also in the Tetons. We as a board are committed to making the best decision based on all evidence before us that was given in the hearings only. No outside matters or evidence will influence our decision. It is solely what was given at the hearings, in our evidence binders, and the closing arguments. We welcome your comments and we are grateful for the time that you have all spent as a community with us hearing this evidence. If we're going to make progress, we need to keep this conversation respectful and focused on solutions. At the end of the day, we want the same thing: safe schools, strong education, and the best future for our students. I know that I said this last time, but I'll say it again. As a 2002 graduate of Waynesboro, children in the middle school, multiple nephews in the elementary school and the high school, and a little who would probably rather be in school than with me and grandma during the day. Here I am, and here we all are sitting as a team of 9, listening, hearing you, and believing in our school and our community. I love this school, and I'm hopeful for our future. Please allow us the time that we need to thoroughly review the testimony, the evidence, and now the closing arguments to reach a legally sound decision. I'm confident that the board will have our decision by April 28th board meeting. And we have decided that the April 14th meeting, we would focus on the students and the programs that we have that day. So we will, again, thank you for your continued support and for showing up for this board and this community. We will now move on to public comment. We do